So I thought I'd give away a template that I made specifically for FL Studio 12. Basically, it's for those who are either new to FL or those who are, like me, just really, really messy and unorganized. So I've been using FL for about 8 years now, and I know the program pretty much inside out. But most of the templates I've seen in the past haven't really utilized many of the features that I would use on a day-by-day basis. And I've had a lot of questions in the past sent to me about what my projects look like and how I produce, what my sessions are sort of composed of. So I thought I'd just put together a template for you guys, just to help you guys out and show you how exactly I do it. I've only really used this template for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and to be honest, since then my workflow and my organization has gone through the roof. It's definitely worth the 20 seconds it takes to install the template. It's got everything you need right off the bat. It's got some basic routing done. It has basic sidechain done. Just simple things that just save a lot of annoying time where you're just sitting there just doing these finicky things which you have to do all the time. And I've also gone that little bit further, and I've included some basic stereo separation in there just to tidy up a bit of your mixes more and start to help you guys understand stereo separation a little bit more if you've never actually delved in to stereo separation before. So the first thing you might realize is that I've actually color coded a lot of things. Now, essentially it's just for my eyes, just to group things. So when I'm looking at it, I can see this is the kicks, these are the bass, these are the snares, so on. Just so when I'm looking for something that I've got to tweak quickly, I don't have to try to find it or see which one's playing. I can just be like, I need this top lead, bang, lead 1, and it's right there. So having it color coded really, really helps with just your overall workflow. You just know where everything is, you know exactly where to go for what you're after, and just like I said, it saves a lot of hassle. The second thing you might notice if you are an avid Fruity Loops user is I haven't utilized the built-in pre-routed sends here. Now the reason being is, firstly, I don't like where they are. You only get the 4, and I just don't like the position of them. They're far away, they're broken off. I always put them here on my actual mixer, separate in their own little organized groups like I had. So they're all here. They work the same way. They're set up the same way. They're just over here now. The next thing you might also realize is I have alt channels on my mixer, and you're probably wondering what alt means. Alt means alternate. So pretty much what I have is I have basic channels set up for the default 4x4 pattern or whatever, and then I have alt. And the alt one's usually set up for different sort of styles. So let's just say I'm making a progressive house song, for example, and it's just 4x4. I've got the side chain, it's a ghost side chain routed to the bass, to the leads and everything, where it's just side chaining on every 4x4 beat, and it's just, dipping it like a normal 4x4. And let's just say I get to the breakdown, and in the breakdown I've just got a little break beat happening. Rather than chopping up that side chain to try to line it up, I would use the alt channels, and that essentially gives you one extra style of side chain for the track that you can utilize for a different type of beat or a different side chain pattern. It just gives you that extra movement within your mixer there. And you can see here on the bottom that the normal side chain is linked to the normal tracks of the things that need side chaining, while the alt are linked to the alt. So it's already set up for you, and it goes through with the snare being routed to the verb and the snare alt to the verb alt, leads to the lead send and lead alt to the lead send alt. Everything's already allocated nicely there for you. You don't have to do anything. It's just set up straight off the get-go. Now I've included 5 spare channels here between the sends, but if you require more, what you have to do is just click on one channel, just hold Alt and press left, and you can drag more channels in as you're going along. That's not a worry. The 5 there are just there just to keep it tidy, but you can add more. And like I said before, you've got stereo separation here, just a little bit of it. Just the 3 things are usually mono. I've got a mono and just a few stereo width happening on some elements, and The last thing probably notable is I have a EQ loaded on pretty much every track. There's nothing on the EQ happening except for the hi-hats. I've just rolled it off with a high pass. You're never really going to utilize the low end of a hi-hat, so I thought I'd leave it. I don't really want to include template preset EQ things there because EQing is different for everything. You're never going to have the same EQ happening on every song, so I don't want to sort of like give you a baseline to start at and make you think that is the right way to do it. There's essentially no right way to EQ, as long as you're not destroying the sound, and if it sounds good, it is good. Obviously boosting 50 hertz by like 10 dB might not be the best thing to do, but within reason, there's no real right way to EQ. So everything's set up here really for you to get going. So yeah, feel free to download it, have a crack at it and see how it goes. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment or send me an email. It'll be in the description. And if you want to see more tutorials and stuff like that, just drop us a like and subscribe, and I'll be sure to get some more in-depth tutorials going on, and work around this template as well, so we can do it all together on the same template. So thanks a lot for watching, and like I said, have fun and enjoy the template.